Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another installment of the Weekend Update. I am Marissa, your hostess for this program, where we dive into what I have been up to in the past week in terms of reading and what I'm looking forward to in the week to come. But before we dive into what I have been reading, this is coming out on Easter, and so happy Easter, everyone. He is risen. I hope you all had a great time, or are having a great time, rather, celebrating with your family and your friends, and that you have truly been enjoying one of the best days of the year. Let's quickly dive into what I've been up to so that we can all get back to having a good time and celebrating the risen Savior. First things first, what did I complete this past week? I completed one book, and it was one stellar book. The wait was worth it. I finished Two Twisted Crowns, and this was like a 6-star read for me. This book was insane. This book was brilliant. I don't know what it is. I feel like a sequel, especially in a fantasy book, sometimes it's very hit or miss, but this was a hit. There were a couple different POVs, there were a couple different stories, and they were all insane. They were all brilliant, and I thought that the way the story progressed and ended was perfect. I told Ethan that I was already planning on buying it because I need this so that I can do rereads of it in the future. I'm going to say something kind of controversial, and you know that I am the queen of controversial book opinions. I was way more invested in Elm and Ion's relationship than Raven and Elspeth. Don't come for me. Okay, I know Elspeth's the main character, and I know Raven's her man, but Elm, so obsessed with him. He was kind of giving Dorian from Throne of Glass to me. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but his relationship with Ion was phenomenal. I was like fiending for his chapters. When I tell you, some like half of my Goodreads updates for the book were just me like obsessing over Elm and like literally foaming at the mouth over how smooth he is. I could talk about this book all day. Two Twisted Crowns, 6 flippin' stars. I loved it. In terms of what I'm currently reading, I am currently about 30% of the way through For the Record by Emma Lord. It's okay. Like, it's enjoyable enough. It's a very quick read. It hasn't snagged me yet. Perhaps it was just a victim of being read immediately after finishing a 6-star book. It's nothing special. It's not grabbing me, but I'm having a good enough time with it. It's a very short book. I think it's like just barely 320 pages. So it's a nice little palate cleanser. I assume that I'll finish it before next week, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts when I do. We are also still listening to Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. I think we're about 35% of the way through that one. We just recently, there was the part where it was like a 7-year time jump. And so it's been kind of, difficult to try and get our bearings. We do have some longer rides this week, some longer car rides. And so I anticipate we'll be doing a good bit of listening to that. And so we'll have more concrete thoughts. In terms of what I want to read next, I'm torn between 2 different books. I'm kind of leaning more towards one. I'm like 60-40 for one of them, but I want to know your thoughts. I'm very easily persuaded, I feel like, because I'm not like, I don't have a clear path, and I'm very much a mood reader. So the 2 books I'm leaning towards are The Book of Lost Hours and Deep Cuts. I'm kind of leaning more towards Deep Cuts. Like I said, I'm only 60-40. Why? Not 100% sure. To me, this is kind of giving the Favorites vibes, and I could be completely off base, but that's just like the vibe that I'm getting, and I really enjoyed that book. And even though like I usually struggle with like very toxic people in books, I feel like it was so well done that I didn't have that like irritation. But let me know what you guys think. If you've read Deep Cuts or if you've read The Book of Lost Hours, let me know if one of them, like what your thoughts were, and please influence me. Like I said, I'm very easily influenced, and my heart's not set, but I'm sure we'll find out next week which one I picked. I want to know what you guys have been up to. What books did you complete this past week? What books are you looking forward to in the following week? And what are your Easter plans? Hope you have a great week, and remember, he is risen indeed.